Welcome to Agile Mania. Today we are here with detailed guide on understanding Scrum metrics. Scrum metrics are essential tools for tracking progress, identifying bottlenecks, and ensuring continuous improvement in Agile teams. Below, we'll explore each key Scrum metric in detail, with practical examples to help you understand how they work in real-world scenarios. 1. Sprint Burndown Chart. What it is: a visual representation of the work remaining in a sprint. It shows how much work the team has completed and how much is left, helping them stay on track to meet the sprint goal. How it works: the chart plots the remaining work, usually in story points or hours, on the vertical axis and the days of the sprint on the horizontal axis. The ideal burndown line shows a steady decline, while the actual line reflects the team's progress. Example: imagine a team starts a sprint with 100 story points. On day 1, they complete 20 points, leaving 80. On day 2, they complete 15 points, leaving 65. The burndown chart shows this progress, helping the team see if they're on track to finish all 100 points by the end of the sprint. If the actual line is above the ideal line, it indicates the team is behind schedule. 2. Velocity. What it is: a measure of how much work a team can complete in a sprint, typically measured in story points. It helps teams predict how much work they can handle in future sprints. How it works: velocity is calculated by adding up the story points of all completed user stories at the end of a sprint. Over time, teams can use their average velocity to plan future sprints more accurately. Example: a team completes 30 story points in Sprint 1, 35 in Sprint 2, and 32 in Sprint 3. Their average velocity is 32.3. Based on this, they can confidently plan to take on around 32-35 story points in the next sprint. 3. Lead time. What it is: the total time it takes for a task to move from the to-do column to the done column on the Scrum board. It measures the efficiency of the workflow. How it works: lead time is calculated by tracking the start and end dates of a task. Shorter lead times indicate a more efficient process. Example: a user story is added to the backlog on day 1 and completed on day 10. The lead time is 10 days. If the team identifies bottlenecks, e.g., delays in testing, they can address them to reduce lead time in future sprints. 4. Cycle time. What it is: the time it takes for a task to move from the in progress column to the done column. It focuses on the active work phase, excluding waiting time. How it works: cycle time is calculated by tracking when a task starts and finishes active work. It helps teams identify inefficiencies in their workflow. Example: a task starts development on day 3 and is completed on day 7. The cycle time is 4 days. If the team notices that cycle times are increasing, they can investigate and address the root causes, such as unclear requirements or resource constraints. 5. Cumulative Flow Diagram, CFD. What it is: a visual tool that shows the status of tasks in different stages of the workflow over time. It helps identify bottlenecks and workflow imbalances. How it works: the CFD uses colored bands to represent different stages, e.g., to do, in progress, done. The width of each band shows the number of tasks in that stage at a given time. Example: if the in progress band is consistently wide, it indicates that tasks are piling up in that stage, suggesting a bottleneck. The team can then investigate and address the issue, such as reallocating resources or improving collaboration. 6. Defect Rate. What it is: the number of defects or bugs found in the product during or after a sprint. It measures the quality of the work delivered. How it works: the defect rate is calculated by counting the number of defects reported and comparing it to the total work completed. A high defect rate may indicate issues with testing or development practices. Example: a team delivers 10 user stories in a sprint, but 3 of them have defects. The defect rate is 30%. To improve, the team might invest in better testing processes or pair programming to catch issues earlier. 7. Sprint Goal Success Rate. What it is: the percentage of sprints where the team successfully achieves the sprint goal. It measures the team's ability to deliver on commitments. How it works: at the end of each sprint, the team evaluates whether they met the sprint goal. The success rate is calculated by dividing the number of successful sprints by the total number of sprints. Example: a team completes 8 out of 10 sprints successfully. Their sprint goal success rate is 80%. If the rate is low, the team might need to improve their sprint planning or address external dependencies. 8. Team satisfaction. What it is: a qualitative metric that measures how happy and motivated the team feels. It's often gathered through surveys or retrospectives. How it works: team members rate their satisfaction on a scale, e.g., 1-10, or provide feedback during retrospectives. High satisfaction often correlates with better performance and lower turnover. Example: during a retrospective, team members rate their satisfaction as 7/10. They mention that clearer communication from stakeholders would improve their experience. The Scrum Master can then work on improving stakeholder engagement. 9. Escaped defects. What it is: the number of defects found by customers or end users after the product is released. It measures the effectiveness of the team's testing and quality assurance processes. How it works: escaped defects are tracked and analyzed to identify patterns. A high number of escaped defects may indicate gaps in testing or requirements. Example: after a release, customers report 5 defects. The team investigates and finds that 3 of them could have been caught with better regression testing. They then improve their testing process to prevent similar issues in the future. 10. Work in progress, WIP. What it is: the number of tasks currently being worked on but not yet completed. It helps teams manage their workload and avoid multitasking. How it works: WIP is tracked by counting the number of tasks in the in progress column on the Scrum board. Limiting WIP ensures that the team focuses on completing tasks rather than starting new ones. Example: a team has a WIP limit of 5 tasks. If they exceed this limit, they stop starting new tasks and focus on completing the ones in progress. This helps maintain a steady flow of work and reduces context switching. Conclusion: Scrum metrics provide valuable insights into team performance, workflow efficiency, and product quality. By tracking and analyzing these metrics, teams can identify areas for improvement, make data-driven decisions, and continuously enhance their processes. Whether you're a Scrum Master, product owner, or team member, understanding these metrics will help you contribute to a more effective and productive Agile environment. That's all for today's learning journey. Please like and subscribe Agile Mania for more valuable content on Agile and Scrum.